Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Lucid. I talked about them, I believe it was yesterday, and they had some more information come out here, so I was going to do another video about them and just let y'all know about it, what's coming up. Again, this is Lucid. I've talked about them on the channel here numerous times. Just a beautiful luxury EV car. Again, it's Lucid Group, ticker LCID. Here's a look at what it's done over the last year. You could have got into this in the $10 range, had a nice run up there 2 months later to $58.05. It would have been a beautiful option just to have bought that and watch that climb, and then it had this sharp drop off, dropped about $30 in stock price. Up and down for quite a while, and then it's having a nice run up again here at the end of November and came down. So we'll see what happens with this one in the days and weeks to come. In the last 3 months, it's up over 111%. In the last month, down over 13%. In the last week, it's down a little bit. And here's a look at it for today. So actually in the green here today. But again, this is Lucid. Feel free to pause and go over that. Again, it's in the electrical vehicles. Founded in 2007. 56.25 million shares being traded on the average of a little over 81 million. $67.51 billion market cap. 52-week low of 990. 52-week high of 64.86. Next earnings is expected on March 30th after hours. So if you're looking into that, into Lucid, you can put that on your calendar. I just did a video on Rivian. I've done several on Neo, 1 or 2 on ChargePoint, and I just did one on Fisker, I believe, yesterday as well. So you can have to check those out in the comments as well. Over here on Bing, currently shown as a buy with a 1-year price target of $38. And then I got some more information here dated today. VanEck Low Carbon Energy ETF buys Lucid Group Incorporated. So a very good thing. Investment company VanEck portfolio buys Lucid Group. And a couple of other groups here. In the VanEck Low Carbon Energy ETF, as of Q3 of 2021, the ETF owns 71 stocks with a total value of $281 million. These are the details of the buys and sells. The new purchase is Lucid. I'm not sure what ELP is. I didn't look these up. So they added Neo. That's Xpeng. Some of these I know, the majority of them I do not. And they added Lucid, they reduced Tesla, which is interesting. This is Sunrun, I have that one. I believe this is Solar Edge. This is another solar company. This is Plug Power, Fuel Cell. I think this is another energy company, Blue something, I can't remember. I remember the ticker though. And Workhorse, I can see why they reduced that. I just did a video on Workhorse. Can't blame them there. The top 5 holdings in the VanEck Low Carbon Energy ETF, Tesla, down 32,000 shares, or 8.83 of the total portfolio. Shares reduced by 17.43%. Hopefully they got in on some of the gains and then sold. Next Energy, so the top 5 holdings. Have not heard of this one. Iberdrola SA, don't know what that is. Not sure what number 4 is. And 5 is Neo. I've talked about that numerous times. And then the new purchase of Lucid. Initiated Lucid, the purchase prices were between $17.79 and $26.83 with an estimated average price of $22.57. The stock is now traded at around $40.87. The impact to the portfolio due to this purchase was 2.57%. The holding were 284,868 shares of the 9/30/2021. Goes over this new purchase. Added ECV. I suppose these are all EV energy, renewable energy related. Some of these I've heard of, some I have not. Might be an interesting ETF to look into. Might have to do a more in-depth video on that. But if you have this ETF, go ahead and list that in the comments, and it'd be interesting to take a look at. Could Lucid become the next Tesla? They're sure going to give Tesla a run, so we'll see what happens between the two. It's going to be interesting. I like both companies. I have Tesla shares. I do not currently have any of Lucid. As I said, for the longest time on Tesla, it was too volatile. I should have got into the 230s, 280s. Didn't, waited around to get into it until about the 430s, 450s. And so I'll have to, and now I've doubled, almost tripled my position. Well, it would have been tripled, I think, if I would have sold it in the 1200s, but I didn't. For three reasons. First, Lucid CEO and CTO Peter oversaw the development of Tesla's Model 5 sedan as its chief vehicle engineer from 2009 to 2012. Second, Lucid first EV, the Lucid Air sedan, can travel up to 520 miles on a single charge. That beats the maximum range of Tesla longest range vehicle. The Model S long range is over 100 miles. Lastly, Lucid has ambitious goals for the future. It only recently started to ship its first batch of 520 customized Dream Edition Lucid Air sedans, but it plans to produce 20,000 vehicles in 2022 and 500 vehicles annually by 2030. So maybe should consider picking up some shares of Lucid, and it would definitely be a long-term hold. Those strengths explain why the market now values Lucid at nearly $65 billion, even though it has generated more than $1 million in revenue last quarter. But could this young EV company eventually grow into the valuation and generate massive multi-bagger returns over the next decade, the way Tesla did? And that's the magic behind this company, to see what happens and what they do with the company. How Lucid plans to become the next Tesla. Tesla manufactured 509,737 vehicles in 2020 and 624,582 in the first 3 quarters of 2021. So maybe by the fourth quarter we will see the stock go back up to 12 or 1300. That's quite a difference. That's another almost 120,000 more, and the 2021's not over yet. It exceeded the annualized production rate of over 1 million vehicles at the end of the third quarter. Lucid new manufacturing plant in Arizona has an annual production capacity of 34,000 vehicles. It just kicked off its phase 2 expansion, which will increase its annual capacity to 90,000 vehicles. So I have a couple EV companies. I hold shares in each one of them. I like to diversify, but Tesla being my favorite. Probably going to start slipping Lucid in there. I have Neo, Xpeng, Li Auto, GM, Ford. I have them all, so. But Lucid doesn't have a Tesla's first mover's advantage. Lucid has already secured more than 17,000 reservations, so its goal to increasing its annual production from 20,000 to 500,000 vehicles in just 8 years might seem reasonable relative to Tesla's growth trajectory. Tesla shipped just 22,477 vehicles back in 2013. But its total shipments hit 4,999,550 in 2020. However, Tesla also enjoyed the first mover's advantage in the EV market and benefited from massive government subsidies. So they're all trying to get into the EV. It talks about NIO. I said I have Ford. I do not have any BMW or Volkswagen. I have some shares in Apple, and they're looking to disrupt the EV market within a few years, so that will be a definite something to watch. And tough for latecomers like Lucid and Rivian. I just did a video on Rivian to replicate Tesla's growth over the past decade. So we'll see what happens with all that. This kind of talks about some tax credits. Wouldn't call Lucid the next Tesla yet. So you can leave in the comments which is your favorite EV company. Lucid stock news continues momentum despite EV stock weakness, and this is dated on the 15th. Gained 4.39% during Tuesday's trading session. Lucid is trying to gain back momentum amidst recent headlines. Tesla falls again as Elon Musk continues to sell shares. And I haven't really looked at Tesla. I know they're down from about 1,200 to about 930, 940, so I don't know what's been knocking them down, but I just continue to hold it. So last week was the best week for Lucid investors, but the company is trying to win back public sentiment and get back on track. Over here on Reddit, and they just have some beautiful cars. Just you'll have to watch some of my other videos. I'll link those in the description. And here's another one you can watch. Lucid back to the 40s for good. So I might have missed this one, but might have to start dollar cost averaging in. Currently at 40.81, 52-week low of 9.94, high of 64.68, and a $67.29 billion market cap. Ride, anyone notice Ride and Lucid charts are very similar every day. So there's Ride at $4.12. That is kind of interesting. And over here on the tip ranks, currently at $40.90 or $40.73. It's showing a moderate buy with an 8.39% upside to $44.33. High of 60, low of 16. But if you have any of Lucid, go ahead and list that in the comments, along with your cost bases, any other information you want to share, and that will help us make some money together. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money following Ford Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.